Welcome back to episode 207. What's up, Noel?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Beautiful day out for us. I know for me and you.
Yeah.
We like this weather. Gail doesn't like it.
No, this
No.
is my favorite time of year.
I love this weather.
From now until like after New Year's is what I love. I love the fall and then the beginning of winter.
Kind of everything to throw it.
Jerry's here. Robin's here as well. One thing before we get into everything else, don't forget this for us. We need help. Robin needs a kidney.
Yes.
So there's the number 716-898-4931. You call there and they'll send you some stuff in the mail. And if you feel like being a donor, that's the place, right? And then then they go from there. You just got to fill out something and send it back.
I've done it before. You just fill out a few questions and hand it in.
Yeah. So please, if you can, or just, you know what, I got to get something. I haven't done anything yet. We haven't really done anything yet online. I got to do something so I can share things.
We gotta see if we can get like the news to cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're in the early going though. Like it's such a thing because you have to be prepared for it.
Yeah.
Like we got to be ready for what's about to happen. Like before we can even say, let's do it. It's really something.
Yeah.
Like what you have to be ready for,
Really?
what's coming. Yeah. Because of all the medicines and all the trips to the hospital and it's just a lot. It's got to be done. But right, Rob? I mean, it's like a thing. I mean, it's a real,
Yeah,
you got to be ready. You got to be ready to go.
gotta have a car that can.
Not only that, you got to be ready. I mean, because there's a lot that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't, you're not going to be doing what you do normally at work. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Right.
Everything is going to be kind of shut down for how many months,
Yeah,
isn't it? Before it becomes
couple
normal,
months. Yeah,
all just to see if it'll not be rejected. Hi, everybody. Hey,
yeah.
hey everyone. Who the hell? Vernon Martinez is here.
Vernon. Is that Vernon?
Yeah. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Yeah, he changed his name. So there he is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what do we expect? What's going on here? Right, let's get our guest in here. We got Tanya, good friend of the show.
Yeah.
She's here. Let's bring her in. Tanya Barone. She's always fighting for the animals and their well-being. Here she is. Hey, Tanya.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Thanks for coming back.
Hi, Tanya.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Hello.
Oh, yeah. So what's going on? What's going on, Tanya? What's new?
Well, where should I start?
Yeah, I know.
I guess I just want to really just get a message out to everybody. Whether you know me or you don't know me, I just want to say that my character is that of someone that is good to other people, does things for people in the community. I'm huge on family. So my family is the most important thing in the world to me. Animals, since I was little, I've saved the littlest caterpillar to the largest animal. My whole life, that's just me. I never wanted to step on a bug. I want to save everything, including people. So whether you know me or not, I know that there's people out there, they're very far and few in between, but there are people out there that are trying to trash me, say horrible things about me, make up lies about me. All of them are stories. So please don't believe all of the hype and the lies and the slander. I don't threaten children. I don't try to destroy hockey teams. I don't I don't go on the internet to call people names and say horrible lies and things that aren't true. Everything that I've said the last 8 months almost has been exactly what I've checked out to be true.
Right.
I did not know Janine or Nicole prior to being friends with them. It was a fluke thing. I was actually just advocating for the animals, seeing things going on in our city between the animal control officer, him not having enough help, calls not being answered, people in the residents complaining, dogs getting hit by vehicles because there's no one to help them on the weekend. Just complete utter chaos with our animals. And I was trying to figure out how to help the animals and the residents. And started just researching online how to speak at a city council meeting because I had never publicly spoken before, and I was really nervous about it, and I wasn't even sure if that was what I needed to do, but I figured it was a start to get people to listen. So when I Google searched information, Janine's name popped up as someone that was currently speaking at City Hall about animals, and I didn't know quite what it was about, but I decided to private message her, and she called me, and then she gave me information, and my head started to spin. I didn't even know what to think about any of it, but obviously it didn't automatically think, okay, this is all true and correct. I don't know her. But before I would speak on any of it, I was definitely doing my research, and I immediately got attacked for asking questions. Like in 30 seconds, 15 people jump on, attack me. That was like a really big red flag. And then when I started to talk to some rescue friends that I had been friends with for years, they started confirming some other things, and everyone started seeming like they were afraid to speak out because they said Kelly Swaggle's crazy. She's a narcissist. She puts on a really good act with people. She's a con artist. Be careful. They all started to warn me like they're going to destroy you. Like the rescue world in general is very catty and like nasty sometimes, and like
Wow.
the women can be very backstabbing is a good word, because I was in rescue for a long time and it was backstabbing sometimes. You didn't know who your friend were, and that's exactly what this is. People are friends with her, but then go behind her back and say things because they're afraid to say it or go against her, which I think is completely ridiculous.
Right.
But like I said, I've continued to advocate for the animals, do what's right, check my facts before I say anything. A cease and desist order was put on us back on March 19th. As long as we're sticking to the facts and we're really not slandering someone, we are just telling the truth.
You know how many cease and desists I've had? I've had so many, it's ridiculous. I just ignore all of it most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I just know I literally take screenshots of everything.
Yeah.
So
long as
they
the thing
can't
is
say
true.
they can't say nothing to me because I have all of the proof of them attacking me, attacking my business name. One person had the nerve to call my office with blocking his number, and that was Digger Kevin,
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
and talked to my manager, which she immediately called me and was like, Tanya, what is going on? And she was laughing, obviously. She was like, I know you're involved in some stuff and you're as long as you're okay. And I'm like, I'm okay, but I'm not threatening children or kids' hockey teams. Like, really?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What
But
the hell?
the person really tried to get me fired. And my manager tried to get the information of the person calling so she could follow up with them, and they refused to leave it. So I mean, how serious really was it if they can't even leave their name or they block their call? But people are nasty and ridiculous, and what started out to be just trying to get more help in the city for the animals turned into this huge rabbit hole. But it's stuff that we can't just turn our blind eye to and walk away from. So we've taken a lot of crap from everyone. And I just hope that everyone really realizes that we all have really big, huge hearts for animals. And we're not going to tolerate animal abuse or neglect, especially from someone that's in charge of a municipal shelter, who we really know what her character is like. And she has an employee that obviously what should have been charged with animal abuse. And we had a physical dog that came out of the employee's house, and she was disappeared for like probably weeks while this was all going on, longer than that, out of the public eye. And then all of a sudden she's starting to parade her around again and put her in pictures. So she clearly has her still on as an employee.
Right.
It's disgusting. Her former boss even accused her of not feeding the dogs, like starving them when she worked for her. There's former employees, former coworkers, a person that grew up with her, a former retired mounted sheriff's deputy. Like, it's not just us. It's
Right.
everyone else, including people in the rescue community.
Let me bring Janine in real quick, and then I got a question for you, Tanya. Hold on.
Sure.
Hey, Janine.
Hey, Janine.
Hey.
Hi, Janine.
Hi, everybody's look. I am at the facility in case our minions are watching. Here it is.
I was just
Woo-hoo.
telling them how beautiful
Go
it
ahead,
was and how
Tanya.
perfect it is.
Oh, I
And
think
your
we're-
babies.
Oh, there we
There
go.
they are.
Oh.
I'm so mad. Zoe was so bad.
Oh.
She was not too bad. Zoe wasn't too bad. Until she got at one point, she got a little jealous.
Just kind of jealous.
There's the boy.
These are two new ones, right, Janine?
Nice.
I named them
These-
Rob and Cindy. That's after Cole's mentor for tech
We're,
school.
I think we're having a little problem
Go ahead.
transmission wise.
So these are two new puppies that she rescued today from the
Okay.
previous litter. The guy originally gave up the 6 girls, but now today he surrendered the 2 boys too.
Oh.
Well, one's a boy, one's a girl.
One's a boy. There was another girl. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, he got it wrong.
Oh, well, sounds like the dog control officer on his reports.
Yeah.
Maybe needs a little help with that.
I was just saying though, Janine, like I was telling them, like when that place is done, it's perfect. It is the perfect location, the perfect amount of space. I mean, it's beautiful. It's going to be just amazing.
Absolutely.
And just think,
I agree.
I paid $9 million. No, I'm kidding.
If you ever need anybody to help volunteer, I'll do it.
That would be a good.
Yeah, volunteer with you.
Absolutely.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
That's a good way. Get into the.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Janine, how's everything else though? Like everything, is anything quieted, like calmed down a little, like less combative or no? No.
No, we got more information over the weekend, and I'm like tied myself to a chair today. It's just, I was telling Tanya, I went in there about animal cruelty, and not only do they not care about that, but the corruption is just overwhelming, and how they want to shut us up. I mean, I feel like it's like 1960 in mafia, like I'm looking for them coming after me with shovels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a dog. It's just rescuing dogs, helping animals. And
Yeah.
they want to kill us.
They're idiots.
They do this with everything.
Yeah.
Every single thing. This is how it works. Everything.
Yeah.
I don't even can't think of anything where it isn't. Anything that comes up for a bid, anything that's anything, it's the same way.
And Tanya, anytime Big or Kevin says anything to you, just say, okay, pedophile. Like, just like literally just throw in his face that he is a pedophile.
Yeah,
Like, he has no
Said
right
that.
to
I
talk
saw-
about anybody.
Well,
absolutely.
it's the same thing. Sam Archie, what is he, 75 years old? And all of a sudden now he cares about animals.
Yeah, now he cares.
You must be hungry.
It makes no sense.
Where was about animals?
Yeah, I don't know where all this. I still
I
can't
don't
understand
understand
this
that.
connection. I think we might have to let.
I don't know.
I truthfully don't think it's about animals, and I don't think it's about Kelly Swaggle. I think it's more or less the politics of everything.
Yeah,
Protecting people doing backdoor deals, not, coming forward with that kind of information. So I think it's more protecting the mayor or whoever is involved behind the scenes. Maybe Chairman Perry, because he seems to defend him a lot, even though his wife Lynn decided that it was a great idea to have her friends and family members, whoever, come in to go to the podium while we were suspended and let them just talk and call our names and tell Janine and Nicole to go back to Erie County and say whatever they want. But there's no repercussions, nobody to stop them from doing it unless people show up at the meetings and say something. And
Yeah.
nobody shows up there. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to speak up. Nobody wants to say anything until it's about them and there's an issue with their property or their business. Like, people just need to go to meetings on a regular basis. Mark it on your calendar every other Wednesday, 6:00 at City Hall, and just learn about what's going on so that you're on top of it when something does happen. You know who you're going to talk to. You know how to speak in front of people. Like, just get in there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, because there's a lot of people that just don't even know. I mean, for me, I start because of my family. I know this stuff. Like, I just know it. But so
Yeah.
I got to realize some people don't. So I guess that'd be the place to go. I couldn't go to a meeting because I don't think I could handle I couldn't do it because I would lose my shit and I could not handle talking to people that I know what they are. And I'm sure you're feeling that way now too, because you
Yes.
know what they are. So
Yeah.
I understand why people don't want to go, for sure, because look at this. You were somebody, Tanya, that had nothing to gain at all. You're just doing what you're doing, and you've been attacked mercifully.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, it
Look at
started with,
A lot of who are attacking you. They're criminals. They're pedophiles. They're all assholes. Like, they're not good people. They're all assholes.
yep,
They
straight up.
attacked-
That's what I said.
They attacked my business. They attacked the facility. They attacked. There's people outside Nicole's house, my house. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gone too far.
that's going way too far.
Way too far, but you know what I mean? It actually increased. I shouldn't tell them. It increased my business because people at the store with their cans. We just did a fundraiser for my store, and I hate to tell you, Robin, how much we got, but we had over 30,000 cans donated.
Beautiful.
Oh,
That's nice. Good.
A lot of it has to do with me fighting publicly for animals.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Because that's our first fundraiser, and that's unheard of. And we just put all the money towards the vet bill, and the vet bill's gone.
That's great.
Awesome.
So I a shout out, thank you, minions, thank you.
What do you I'm going to ask you this, Tanya and Janine, if you can answer it or not. What is it? You said something about Kelly, that people are afraid of her. Like that, like what has she supposedly done to people? Has she done something? Is she like, why is there the fear, do you think? Or is it just not, who knows? Like, why are people scared of her?
That lady that was the state trooper
You mean the sheriff?
or the sheriff? Yeah, the sheriff lady. Not only she's her son, her daughter, herself. The threats she makes, I don't know, but I mean, everybody, the whole rescue community is afraid of her.
Wow.
Like they'll say behind, yeah, we know,
Right.
but they're afraid. They're just afraid, and I don't know what.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Of what? What are you afraid of? There's a lot of things I don't understand in this. Like, I don't understand the connections with some people and why they're so into this to the point where they are just, I can't believe the stuff they dig up, the places they go to find it. Her, I don't understand where she comes from out of nowhere. Never heard from her in my life.
I'll slap Kelly.
There you go.
Yeah, they call her a pop-up. She's a pop-up. She's
Wow.
a pop-up dog trainer.
Well, I don't know. When does this end? Like, I mean, seriously, do you think?
A narcissist, it will never end for her. Even if it ended tomorrow, if they told her tomorrow you're done, she'd just go on to the next,
Right.
the next, and the next, and the next.
Right.
I mean, she started off as nothing. God knows, she got herself into being a cleaner or something at a facility. She probably scanned out the medicine and whatever, and went from there. I love dogs. She probably and I'm learning myself to rescue. There's, if you're a narcissist, this and that, she saw potential of a cash business. It's a cash business. It's just
Right.
like the cell phone pop-ups. Everybody, they open a cell phone shop and they're selling phones, and there's a lot of cash flowing there and there, and now there's hundreds of phone places. And the rescue, there's so many good rescues out there, so many that take money out of their own pocket and do great things. Shout out to a lot of them, but there are a few, and unfortunately, she is the queen of them. It's a scandal. It's just a money scandal. I mean, she can go on TV and be on Sweet This,
Right.
or not. No, Good Morning. What is it? She was just on something. I don't know. I don't want to say Sweet
Right.
Buffalo. Say that at all. She wasn't on. Just go on these TV shows, and again, just like Mark Shear, you have to do your due diligence. Really, before you put somebody on, before they do something, do your homework. And everybody yells at me, "Oh, you said my name, or you did this, and you did that, and you said this," and you say these horrible things, but nobody wants to sit down. And I'll open the black book and show them. Tanya, how many people have you offered?
Every single person that's questioned me.
But
Right.
they're afraid to open the book and read facts, photos, audios, and everything. Now the foils. I mean, but they don't wanna. And they just continue to parade her around. And again, she's very good. Very good. And now she has a lot of money. Think about
Yeah.
how much
Well-
money she has.
That's got to be, well, you guys know it's got to be it. It's the money. It's
Yeah.
just the money. It's got to be the continual quest for cash, for money from her, because I just don't understand that there are some people involved in this that I don't even know how the hell they're involved. It's crazy. Like, it's just out of, don't you, you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? And the mayor, who is my brother, I have no idea why he's involved. I know why he's involved, but why he's so, I can't figure out the connection.
Yeah.
But even give her the backdoor deal and everybody this and that. Okay, but to let the whole building, the clerk,
Yeah.
the foils, in other words, just hand in all these bills and just pay them.
Right.
Questions asked.
Right. Yeah. It's
Right.
crazy. I don't understand. Well,
Send somebody from the facility to go buy a bag of dog food, and the lady says it's $20, and I send them a $50 bill, and they come back with nothing. Are you kidding me? Where's the other $30? She submits these bills. Niagara Falls pays them. There's not even a name attached to them or anything. It's not in her contract. So she's taking that $20,270 and just banking it every month. She doesn't spend a penny of it.
the last thing you guys time around, the euthanizing of dogs, really, that was not knowing what she's doing there. And you just don't know. You got to guess. Maybe she's killing 5 a week. Maybe maybe more.
John, I'm sorry. I went up to that podium from day one, and she euthanized the first 2 dogs. That's why I was there. So now here we are a year later, and everybody's in shock.
Right.
Right. Or they don't believe it.
How do you not?
Right. No, I know.
But how do you turn down people in the community that have saved animals?
Right.
And with their assistance, you need the community's assistance to report loose animals, to take them in temporarily till the police can get there and pick them up. People volunteer to drop them off when there's no police officer available. I mean, it takes everybody to help. But how do you turn away a person that now feels an attachment to an animal that they saved? It's a good feeling in your heart to then not answer their calls when they want to foster or adopt the animal, or a friend of theirs wants to adopt the animal because they had a hand in it too. And then you just turn a blind eye to them. and not answer their calls, or the dog officer, control officer promises, oh yeah, you'll be able to foster, and then there's excuses made, or
Right.
nobody gets back to them. What about people that have gone and taken her particular puppy food, and then she turns to them and says, we're not using that brand, we can't use that. Well, how are they supposed to know? And then the people take it back. She doesn't even take it for the next batch of puppies. She's that ignorant to,
Right.
you know, say that to somebody. And then she used to take in donations and thank everybody. She was personable with people when they were giving to her. And then all of a sudden, she changed and put a box at the end of the building. Hey, drop-offs are down there. It's like, what? Why wouldn't you want to personally thank people that are bringing you things?
He wants you to do Venmo her money. Venmo.
Yeah.
All there's, I know numerous companies and organizations that donated to her, and she's done nothing in return. Like, here, I'll give you $500 and blah blah blah. And she, she's supposed to say, like, put their name somewhere. She has.
Right.
She's thousands and thousands of dollars. That's all. But again, she keeps putting herself on TV. People don't know, and that's it. But how about this? You lose your dog. If you go online and say, hey, my friend lost a dog and the pit chick wasn't open, boom, she blocks you in Niagara Falls. Now, what if next month your dog's lost?
Right.
You can't call there. She's got you blocked.
That's got to be illegal.
She's blocking everybody. In fact, and I was told that Amy Lewis reached out to her when she was saying that she was full, and Amy had a little bit of space at the shelter and offered to take some dogs in for her. And she outright refused to let Amy help her, and then blocked Amy. So how much do you really want to help these animals when you're blocking another shelter that
Right.
you could be helping each other? It just doesn't make sense unless you're just in it for the money and you're very spiteful. Because I originally got blocked just because my friend got blocked for asking, what is Rescue Buffalo? Where did that come from? When we started seeing that online, we didn't know where that came from. And my friend asked a couple questions, and then she said, everybody needs to direct questions directly to me and email me. And then next thing you know, the next day she was blocked. And then I became blocked. And then as soon as I tried to add her back on using my other account, which is a real account with my name on it, she like private messaged me instantly and said, why are you trying to add me? What are your intentions? I'm not going to tolerate any bullying or slander or ill intentions, blah, blah, blah. And it was just all these paragraphs. And I was like, what is she talking about? So that was my red flag right there, because I had not even said anything at that point. I was just sharing the animals. I don't even comment on any of her stuff. And I literally was like, just excommunicado, like, you're not allowed to even look at my dogs now. Like, what?
Yeah.
I wanted to meet her originally and work, hand in hand with her until that message came through. And then I seen all of these, like, posts that she was making. I'm like, she must be having problems with people. And I was just kind of watching in the background. And then I realized after a short time that there was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Janine, what has to happen? So what are you waiting on? Wheatfield, right? The town board, right? What?
We had to go. We have, the owner of the property has an attorney and I have an attorney. It's really, you get a sheet when you go to the planning board, and when you give your spiel, whatever you want, okay? And then they tell you what they need. They tell you what you have to have approved. So, and then you got to sign it, and then they sign it. So we signed it, and they signed it, and we fulfilled everything on the sheet for the third time. So when it came to be approved, they brought something up that wasn't even on the sheet that doesn't even make sense. There's 2 houses on each side of this building. One is 225 feet away, one is 400 feet away. They're saying the one, now the whole time was a fight about the White House on the other side, that's 225, because it has to be 150. Well, we
Okay.
now determined it's 225. So we did that. We did the drawing they wanted us to draw. We did everything on that sheet they asked us to do. So we get to the meeting and they say the farm on the other side, the one that's 400 feet away. They're saying it's it goes by the property line. It's very clear in the thing. It says 150 feet away from residential use, which
Right.
means their house to the facility. Well, if that house they're saying is good on the side, which is closest, then how is the farm that I can't even, I couldn't even punt, like it's so far
Right.
away, be to the property line? So they don't even make sense. Long story short, it's not about that at all. It's about politics. My attorney's a very nice attorney. I like him, but he's very nice. I don't want nice, but he's playing nice, which is fun. We had a meeting. I will not be attending the next meeting. And I'll be honest, I can't sit at a table. People know me well enough. I cannot sit at a table and let somebody lie and just brush off a lie. I'm going to call you out on the spot. You're a liar. You're lying right now. Why play games?
Right.
So I will not be at the next. Couldn't control myself.
Oh, we lost her. We lost.
Janine actually needs to be her own attorney
Yeah,
because I think she's far better than anybody that she would hire.
I think she would be doing good representing herself.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You know,
Janine.
again, there's something here. We know what's here. I just have to be patient and hope. And I tell you, and I'm going to say it out. Wheatfield, the building department, all the people there, it's such a nice town. Wheatfield is so nice. The people are nice. The people in the building department are nice. Everybody's nice, but they have these little, like the planning board, the zoning board, and all these things are all divided up. And they're all relatives, and they're all.
I think we'll let Janine go at this point. So Tanya, yeah, I think she'd be her perfect own lawyer, you know.
Yeah. So all she's waiting for is her special use permit, but every time she gets close to the goalpost, they move it. So it's absolutely ridiculous. We know it's all politics. She was told she can have 6 dogs, 8 cats without the special use permit. She's going to open regardless, so everybody can get their panties in a bunch, whatever, because you can see they're rescuing dogs and cats already. They don't need a building to do it. And they're proving that to everybody. They're adopting animals out. They're having fundraisers and events. Nothing's going to stop them. So everybody can get angry if they want, but you can't stop what's coming. People in the area do want more rescues, more facilities, because we need them. And they're only hurting the animals further by, hating on us.
Right.
And, and saying bad things about us because we're only protecting the animals. And that's it. We don't care about the people. We want to save the animals because they need it and they need us.
Right. No, and it's obvious. You were there. You said it's a beautiful place. Beautiful. It's clear. It's beautiful. It's a perfect spot.
It's
and
better than the SPCA.
Makes no sense. I would love to. I don't know, man. They don't care about the animals. We know that. That's obvious to me, who doesn't know anything about rescuing. How could they care? They don't care. They could care less because.
Feels like everybody else who works for Niagara Falls.
Yeah, this would be just easy. Yeah. I would think, Tanya, you would want as many people as you could involved in this stuff. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Of course. There's so many residents that barely can survive themselves, but will save an animal and spend every last dime feeding a stray cat, vetting the stray cat, trying to look for help for the stray cat or the dog. It's just so sad because our residents, their heartstrings are being pulled every single day, whether they get something for themselves or they spend the money on the animal, and they'll spend the money on the animal and the bag cat food or canned cat food, whatever that particular animal wants. They're spoiling the animals. But we should be out there spaying and neutering, and
Right.
not just that, but actually teaching the residents, providing low cost veterinary care for the animals, because everybody's budgets are tight. And I know that Better Together Pet Resource Center just got approved to get into their space on Niagara Street, which is the old Ace Hobby Shop, which I'm so glad that they didn't give up, and that will be an option for people for low cost veterinary care and spay and neuter. And
cool.
hopefully it's within walking distance for a lot of people downtown. It's absolutely wonderful. And I mean, if we just all band together, we can I wish they would put a moratorium on this breeding that's going on in our city, because that's out of control. There's no homes available. This should not be an income for people. You should have a job and not let animals be your only source of income, because that I see a lot, and that's disgusting because you're just adding to the problem. I know there's reputable breeders out there. I'm not knocking them all. There's people that really do love a breed in particular, and that have a love for the animals. But there are some that's really irresponsible and don't look at who they're giving the animal to or selling the animal to. They just want to make a quick buck. And then that animal ends up injured on the street, dumped somewhere, or they use it for breeding. They're out there doing artificial insemination, which is, I guess it's a thing. I didn't know about it, but it
I know
sounds
somebody who does
disgusting.
that. It's disgusting.
I could never sell my dog's sperm. That is so gross to me. Like,
Yeah.
I just would feel gross to it. Like, it's like you're prostituting your dog out.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Here's the problem right now, and I did the guy that I picked up the puppies from. I had
Yeah.
believe it or not, because what they're doing is, and again, pit bulls are money. Pit bulls are money, but what's the problem is there's so many of them, and now they can't sell them.
Right.
And now that's how I got these, and that's what I said to him. That's why I had to pick up 2 more, because he couldn't sell them. And I said, how about I pay for your dog to get spaded, because your business is going to fold. There's too many dogs. There's just too many dogs. So it's not a money-making thing anymore as far as the breed. I could be wrong, of pit bulls, because there's so many of them. There's so many of them. I mean, look at, I have 8 beautiful puppies. They're beautiful, but they shouldn't be here. It's money, a money business gone wrong. That's what happened. By the way, no one likes to sell shirts. Nobody's saying anything about a shirt.
Oh yeah, we love them. Yes.
Thank you, Janine.
Thank you
I'll
very
be
much.
taking John's.
Yep, thank you. Thank you very much. They're great. Yes, love them.
You're working this everywhere.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna say, any final thoughts or anything before we wrap it up that we should let the people know? Janine, Tanya, anything?
I just go ahead, Janine.
No, you go. I don't have words.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's impossible.
They are wearing me out.
Oh, I know. I don't know if it will help at all, and you guys can let me know your opinion on this, but maybe it would help if people would call We Feel Town Hall, the planning board, and just in support of Pawson, just because if they start to see so much community support, they might realize that it's a good thing. And not that they don't, but maybe politics wouldn't get in the way so much if people just reached out and said a few nice words.
Yeah, I got a question from the chat room here. Kimberly asks, how do I get these shirts and how much?
$20, and I'll bring it to her house.
There you go. So nice.
Wow.
Actually, on the 25th, this Sunday, here's a plug. This Sunday, we're doing an animal adoption at 1041 Englewood Avenue, the extra dime back. We'll have vendors there, and we will be there selling T-shirts.
Great.
So
You guys,
Everybody's more than welcome to come.
Awesome.
Gonna be a lot of
That's
things
10
there. There's gonna be good food.
10 to 2,
and like
10 to 2, because that kind of cut out. 10 to 2 on
10
Sunday.
to 2.
Okay.
Extra dime back at Englewood and Belmont in the town of Tonawanda. And all I could say, and my last thing, is please get somebody to stop her from euthanizing dogs on her opinion. She's not an expert on to evaluate a dog. She doesn't even have experience to evaluate a dog to euthanize it. Because if that was the case, I'm a human doctor and I would euthanize her.
She should be in big trouble for
All right.
doing that shit.
Thank you, Janine, for joining us. As always, you're always welcome whenever you want.
All right. Anybody want to see this puppy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is this the new one?
Will the puppies be there at the event on
Say
Sunday?
goodbye.
Oh, we're break. Oh,
Oh, I see.
I see them. You can kind of see them. Yeah. Oh, cool.
I think the puppies will be at the event on Sunday, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken,
kind of froze.
at the adoption event.
Nice.
Get away from me.
All right. I'm going to let Janine go because she froze up. Tanya, so keep up the good work. You're the one who really, I mean, I know Janine, those people, you guys all care for animals, but you're something else because you have nothing. I've always, nothing. You're just going for the animals. That's it.
I am. I've always done the wildlife too. I'm licensed through the state and have done that for almost 20 years.
I
And
should have called
so,
you when I found the raccoon.
Yeah.
You are exactly who I should have called when I found the baby raccoon.
yes, there's been a lot of raccoons. You need a federal license, one with the rabies vector series, because you have to have that special license to handle those animals. But I can definitely network people in the group and get answers for you, definitely, for sure. Just keep my number and keep it handy, because there's always some wildlife that you stumble upon, even by accident, that needs help.
Yeah.
Well, Tanya, thanks. You're always welcome anytime. You know that. I'll send you the link you're on.
Thank you so much. God bless you all, and God bless you, Robin, too, with your your future endeavors with trying to find a kidney donor. And my heart is always with you guys.
Thank
Thank you very
Tanya.
much. Thanks, Tanya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
They're
Ah,
such good people.
They are.
think about that. Oh, we got somebody here who's looking for something. I don't know what they're saying. Does it seem responsible when one, but without getting approved from zoning first? Think about that for just a minute. If you, okay. All right.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I kind of, they buy a building and then create a shelter without getting approval from zoning first. I don't know. Whatever.
They're plain and
Don't
simple.
actually have to here in Niagara Falls anymore. I mean, people do what they want to do.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
Regardless, they're doing good for the animals.
That's the thing.
That's what they're doing. They're helping and they're doing good for the animals.
Look at Tanya there. I saw she had an owl. Did you see that owl?
Yeah.
I mean, how wouldn't you want her helping? I mean, just always, you'd want her around.
I
Instead,
wanna
they're
know-
pushing her away.
How did the pit chick get this place? Was there actually a bid? Who got
No.
a bid
No.
for it? You know what I'm saying?
There was no
How-
bid.
How did she get this?
That's what this all
The mayor
began.
called it an emergency
And just gave it to him.
situation
And he was able to just go bypass bidding and all that
was able
stuff.
to bypass the bids.
Unbelievable.
But here's what the mayor is doing. This is outstanding.
Oh yeah,
Watch, guys.
this is very important.
He loves this. I remember Smokey Robinson.
Oh.
Now Gene Simmons.
I swear he's doing this shit just so he can meet them.
And there's the NT mayor too. Now,
Nick D'Angelo's boyfriend.
yeah, and Gene Simmons, what he has done, here's what he's done for himself. He entered into a contract with Johnny Ryan Beverages, and he's making his own, they're making his own beverage, whatever. So beautiful, great, thank you. I mean, but I don't know what it does for the rest of us.
Right.
I mean, I'm happy. I like Johnny. Who doesn't like Johnny Ryan? It's fine. The Janik people, great. But
Is it going to bring money into our city?
No, I mean, really, how could it? Right. Yeah, no.
So, but he gets the key to the city.
He got it.
Right.
There it is. And the key to NT too. North
And he got
Tonawanda
a
gave the
street
keys.
named after.
And he got a street.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
Main
it.
Street. They got a partial. It's not for all time, of course. It's just a
Oh,
temporary thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there he is.
just until the mayor falls in love with some other celebrity.
Smokey Robinson was real. You know what? Smokey Robinson even did less. Think about Smokey. He just came here and
Yeah.
staying at Seneca Niagara. And there's Gene Simmons. Kiss. I mean, I mean, think of the people that I could think of that key to the city used to be important. I know it did. I remember thinking it was really cool, even being younger. Like it was the highest thing you could give
People
a
like Janine and
citizen.
Tanya should get the key to the city.
Right.
Except people that are trying, saving animals. You could get it for what you've done with the, maybe our podcast
Yeah,
could get it.
that's what-
That would be fun. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh my, if we could get the key to the city,
Yeah, that would be something.
who would, well, we'd have to have a new mayor. I can't imagine he would do it. A completely new council. So wow, that'd be a long time. We should be old and decrepit, even more than I already am. So that's that. There's the key to the city. What else did we want to talk about?
Matthew Perry.
Yeah, real quick. You remember him from Friends,
Oh, yeah.
right? Is that where he was on?
Yep.
Did you see they charged 5 people in his death?
Finally.
Yeah. Here, what
It
should I
was
play the
some-
video?
Yeah, played the video.
Let me play the video. It's a quick one. It'll explain exactly what went
Court
on.
records revealing new details about the investigation into Matthew Perry's death. 5 people are now facing federal criminal charges tied to the fatal overdose. The Department of Justice claiming a broad underground criminal network, including 2 doctors and the actor's live-in assistant, used Matthew Perry as a personal piggy bank by securing and selling him the powerful drug ketamine.
Matthew Perry sought treatment for depression and anxiety and went to a local clinic where he became addicted to intravenous ketamine. When clinic doctors refused to increase his dosage, he turned to unscrupulous doctors who saw Perry as a way to make quick money.
The indictment says even as Perry's addiction became obvious, Dr. Salvador Plasencia continued to provide him with ketamine, even teaching Perry's assistant how to inject the actor with the drug, alleging Dr. Plasencia sold the actor 20 vials of ketamine for $55,000 cash over the span of less than 2 months.
He wrote in a text message in September 2023, quote, "I wonder how much this moron will pay."
The physician's attorney speaking to ABC News, likening their interactions to concierge medicine.
He was a patient. He did receive ketamine treatment therapy under medically supervised conditions and in accordance with best medical practices.
Investigators say that when Plasencia became too expensive, Perry turned to alleged drug trafficker Jasveen Sangha, also known as the Ketamine Queen. Dr. Plasencia and Sangha have pleaded not guilty. Perry's assistant, Kenneth Iwamasa, also indicted. Court documents say the assistant injected Perry with ketamine several times on the day of his death, with Perry at one point allegedly asking him to shoot me up with a big one. Dr. Plasencia and the so-called Ketamine Queen appeared in court last night. The 3 other defendants are in plea agreements for federal drug charges involving Perry's death.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Go ahead, Rob.
You know what I want to know? Is it only celebrities or rich people that are depressed enough to get ketamine? Because, like, the first thing I thought of when I heard this was Michael Jackson's death and how they overused the IV medications on him there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Right.
We're more worried about how Matt Perry OD'd than Trump. We had a whole podcast on that. And Trump
Yeah, we
almost
did.
being assassinated.
Yeah.
So I think you missed
She might,
that one.
yeah. Maybe she's talking about the news cycle,
Oh.
the news people, I'm guessing. I don't know. Totes McGoats should have gotten the key to the city. Sure.
Yes.
Why not? He might as well. He did more for the city, I guess, even though
Yeah.
it was bad.
Yeah.
Don't you wish the media and police were this serious about meth, heroin, pills? Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, definitely. So he was killed, obviously,
Yeah.
or killed himself. I don't know what you call that. They helped him die.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Michael Jackson situation.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so that's what money gets you. The ketamine queen.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, there's severe depression out in the regular world, and they're handing out Effexor and not ketamine.
Right. Yeah, ketamine. That's wild. What is that? Is that anesthesia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And just by
And I don't know how he functioned. I mean, he must have been so used to it because they said he went and played pickleball that day and
oh wow.
like all kinds of things the day he died.
Yeah, only 53 too. So
Sad.
yep. What else, guys? Maybe there's something else. We got anything else? What were you talking about? The guy who set someone on
Oh,
fire.
yeah. Yeah.
That set the woman on fire.
Yeah. I guess I don't know what the update is on that. I guess are they giving it back? From what I heard, they're giving it back to Judge Diane Vitello,
Are they really? Oh, maybe.
supposedly.
Yeah.
do that. When she
It went
let him
from
go.
Ottaviano back to him, I guess. 'Cause
Back
it-
to Diane Vitello, yeah.
Well, it is a city thing, right? So isn't there another city judge that could do it? I can't understand. Because then think about it. She let him go with no bail, and then right away, the next day they arrested him and brought him back and put
Mhm.
bail on him. So it
How do
was,
you let somebody go that set somebody on fire?
yeah, you gotta wonder. Like, she should have to be interviewed on that. She
Yeah.
should have to answer that question.
Right,
Like, why did you do it?
right.
Give us a good reason.
Yeah.
What would be the good reason? But we'll never, because you can't talk to them.
Yeah.
Think about
Right.
it. You can't talk
No,
to
you
them.
can't.
You can't talk to a judge like that.
No.
You can't interview them. You can't find out what were they thinking. You should be able to, because you got to vote for them, of course.
Right.
You know. So,
I figured that Alex was okay. I figured.
yeah, I figured there was something going on there
Yeah.
with him, and I've seen that before because it's got the Florida State symbol.
Yeah.
I've seen that
Bank account.
before. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, something. You know, there's a lot of stories I'd like to know. Like I saw that. Remember the little girl on Nevaeh?
Yeah.
The one who got hit. And I see though we saw some really nice updates on Facebook. I mean, obviously she's never, ever, ever, I mean, she's making it,
Yeah.
but that's about all you could say.
Yeah.
Like they were doing her hair. She's
Yeah.
all, but what happened there? Like what happened to those
Yeah.
people? Remember she was on there talking
Yeah.
about they kiss her rear end or
Yeah,
something
she was
on
talking shit on the mugshot.
mugshots.
Mhm.
We don't,
Should have gotten in trouble for that.
also, what happened to the woman who got killed at Tim Hortons? Or not killed, beat up at Tim Hortons. Remember when they
Yeah.
went behind
Yeah.
the thing? Well, from what I understand, that woman's dead now.
Oh my god.
The woman who got beat up.
Really?
I don't know if it was any results, but what about those? Like, why don't we ever get to find out the result?
Right.
Right.
Like, we get the sensational story without the finish.
Right.
And I know why that is, because they don't want us to hear the finish.
Right.
Because the
Well,
finish will piss us off.
That's why they don't put any of it in the paper
Mhm.
anymore. If you want to find something out, you have to go yourself for a FOIL. If you want to find out what's going on in Niagara Falls, there's
Mhm.
no police blotter anymore.
Right. No. She says, Cindy says, yeah, she said the woman couldn't talk. I guess she's talking about the judge.
Yeah, 'cause she was in a coma. Well,
Yeah.
that should make it even more of a reason to hold him without bail.
Right.
Like,
They said because they couldn't take her state. That's what Diane Vitello said, because they couldn't take her statement. That's why they let the guy go.
so stupid.
Like she should be, like, probably after that, you got a question, then you probably removal.
Yeah.
Probably should be removed.
Yeah.
That probably should get to the whole thing up in Albany and have her removed, because you can't have a judge like that
No.
who's doing that shit.
No.
What is she thinking? Because it had nothing to do with the bail reform either.
Yep.
This was her decision.
Yep.
Just like they decided to let Remember D'Angelo
Yeah.
walk away, whatever that stupid.
Yeah, a lot of people always
Judge
say,
was.
oh, bail reform,
No.
or that had nothing to do with it. I mean,
No.
he was able to be charged, or that he was bail eligible. and
Absolutely.
It was the judge's decision. It's the
Right.
judge's.
I wish
Yep.
everyone would go online and Google bail reform New York State and see what is. You can get it. They
Right.
give you a PDF file where you can see what's eligible, what's not. What isn't is crazy. It sucks. It's terrible. It needs to be changed. But there are things that are. And for some reason, you get a judge that lets it go. So, and she should be probably removed. Why would we want her to make one more decision? If her decision was the man lit the woman on fire, I'm going to let him go without bail because she can't talk.
That should, like,
She's in a coma.
that should actually piss you off even more and make you want to hold them. without-
Right.
Like, that should actually say,
How
hey,
can our justice system become this bad?
It's
it-
ridiculous.
It's beyond comprehension.
It really is.
So murder victims can't tell their side.
murders get held in prison, the judges are useful.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, fat. Yeah. Wow.
Which fat fossil?
They're on. Well, that one's a judge too there, right?
Yeah.
Is she in the city yet, or is she still in Buffalo?
No, she
Oh,
was here
She's here. Remember, she was in Buffalo for a while, or whatever was going on.
just until everybody quieted down about her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even live in Niagara Falls, from what I understand, and she's a city court judge. So I don't understand how that one's flying.
Tanya says that guy's mother stood and watched and said nothing.
Wow.
So I heard. Oh, geez. Yeah, but he lit her on fire on 8th Street.
She was probably afraid he'd light her on fire.
I gotta wonder though, and this is just a thought. How the hell do you light? Don't you like? I'm assuming there had to be an accelerant, right? Like
Yeah.
gas or something. But don't you feel it on you? Don't get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
She was
what?
like me, I wouldn't be able to run.
Right. But I mean, you. Right. That's
Yeah.
true. But you feel the water on you. You just say, "What the hell is this?" I mean, at some point, he's got to throw a match.
Oh, he had a
Don't forget, too,
torch.
sometimes
Oh, a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the clothes are not flame retardant anymore.
Yeah.
If you're a child with those pajamas on,
He had a
You can
torch.
walk through it.
Right.
Yeah, I think they showed that they put her in a coma, right? Because her burns were so
medically
bad.
induced.
He should be in a dungeon somewhere awaiting trial.
Oh Jesus! Scott says, "I know that guy. He dates my ex sister-in-law. He used to beat her."
Wow.
And I,
Wow.
There you go.
He'd make a good city court judge.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he has a torch. Who has a torch? What is it, like the land of the lost? I mean, who would
Yeah.
have a torch?
Who has a food truck that's
Right.
gonna, you know,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna steal something and you're gonna light them on
It could have
fire?
been like the ones you use on
Right.
and then chasing her, she falls or whatever. Boom.
Dated, no longer dating the ex sister-in-law. But yeah, that story, and we'll never hear the end, right? We'll never get to the finish line with that one.
Right.
We got the one where Nevaeh was pinned up against a tree and has never been the same. Little girl just out there riding her bike, done. She's
That's so
alive, but
sad.
you know, there was
Alex, if you're going to comment, come on a real Facebook page. Like, stop hiding behind your fake Facebook page and actually show yourself. Be a big boy.
yeah, I don't know why we see that thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with those people that hit her. We don't know what happened to the women that attacked the other woman at Tim Hortons. And I'm assuming we'll never know this.
Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be public knowledge?
Mm.
Is there any
Yeah.
cases where it shouldn't be?
Right. No.
What are they hiding there? There's gotta be something.
They don't
hide
want
that
Niagara Falls
Oh,
to know what's
Kelly?
going on here.
Oh,
Because
poor
of crimes
thing.
happening.
Yeah, so if you want to know, you can, and you have to go to the police station.
Yeah, I got to get in.
And get what they call a FOIL.
Yeah, I see, and that's bullshit that I got to start doing that, right? That we have to do that.
And you got to pay for
I
it.
don't know if you guys, I have, but if the selling of all these properties, did you guys talk about that yet? Remember you were telling me today and all the Rapids Theater.
Oh, the city's trying to buy all 22 properties, including the Rapids Theater,
Trying to
right?
make good illegal alien places.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is interesting. What did they ever say what they wanted to do with them or no?
No, but they're saying that all those buildings are so old, they're full of asbestos and stuff like that. You think the illegal aliens care?
Hey, Kelly,
Right.
while you're watching, do you like my shirt?
Scott's right too. What about the police officer that killed the dog? No idea.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know nothing.
As far as an update on the guy
Where he lives.
that set the woman on fire, I believe that his next court date is September 4th. And you can be a court watcher if you want to be.
It shouldn't have to be, but I understand why you have to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you're saying
Yeah.
it should be public.
it should be simple.
Especially when
Yeah.
everybody's concerned about crime in this area,
Mhm.
in the city rather. And that should be like the mayor should be rest assuring the city, look, we're on this. We're
Right.
getting on this. We know everybody's concerned. We're doing this, this, and this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead, silence. It's all you get, you know.
Yeah, 22. I forgot all about that. 22, including the Rapids Theater, was going to be the city
It's
wants.
a beautiful. When's the last time you guys have you been in there?
I've never been in
It's
there, but I've seen pictures. It looks
No,
beautiful.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. I've been there for a lot of concerts and
It
functions.
looks nice.
Beautiful.
I was in there years and years.
I was in there when it
ago.
was Late Show, but
Yeah,
it ain't
the
like
Late
that
Show.
now.
I
Yeah.
think that's where my wife tried to take me up.
The Late Show. Yeah, I was in there with that. But now it's beautiful in there. But the guy who owned it was a bum or whatever happened there.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's a shame.
the FBI was
It's a real shame because it's probably the last of our beautiful theaters of the
Yeah,
old
it
theaters.
was really nice.
That was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Used to be the Bellevue years ago.
I don't know, but they had it done up really nice in there. Wedding, wedding receptions,
It's right.
It first came out.
concerts, all kinds of stuff
Yep.
were in there, and it was nice.
Before we go, because we're almost up, tonight, if you're interested in national politics, the Democrats are on with their convention.
Ooh.
So that starts tonight and goes till Thursday. Enjoy. You can watch and see whatever you think. But it's a good idea to watch, I
It
guess,
is a
too.
good idea.
Pay attention, hear what they say, and take it from there. Although I think most people already know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I find it odd that there's any.
Yeah.
There could be some, but how many would ever be like? I guess you said it earlier, Jerry. How do you go from? I don't care which side you support. I don't believe you're going to change the other one. At
Right.
best, you're not going to vote. I don't believe you
I
just decide to go the other
I
way.
just hope that people, regardless of look at the policies. Forget the two candidates. Look at what your life is
Mhm.
now as opposed to it was before. Your pocketbook. Look at your pocketbook. God, we went to order a salad the other night and we turned it down because a little salad at it was $17 something.
There was
About
salad.
to do it for a salad. Salad didn't have chicken on it. Oh no, that was without the chicken.
It was without chicken, yeah.
So I'm just
Wow.
saying, your bread, Deaconville's bread went up to $6. Everything, gas prices. You've got to
Yeah.
You have to think about policy.
Yeah.
You know, whether you like the candidates or you don't like them.
Yeah, but we've got to get to a point, and I've been saying this, where it's just going to have to just be generic Republican, generic Democrat. No face anymore. It's just red, blue. We know what these people think. We know what those people think, and here we go. Because it's kind of crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Safety.
It doesn't matter anymore. No, yeah.
Yeah, the wars around the world right now. This place, it's a tinderbox right now.
What's this say here? I have heard, why does it keep going? I have heard a lot of people say they are doing right, and sure, I could see that. If you don't like what's going on, vote. You know, Kimberly, you're right, but voting makes me, I gotta say, it's making it difficult, like locally and state and federally. It's difficult because
We understand why.
what you're doing, what those two parties are doing is just too much.
But when you don't
Too
vote,
much.
then it leaves it open for the other people who
Yeah.
really want the other shit to happen, gets it to happen because
Yeah.
you don't vote against them.
Yeah.
So,
They also have to, I mean, if you are a parent and you have kids in school, especially elementary kids, as a former teacher, I am warning you, the woke things are pouring into the school. I talked to teachers the other day, and it's there, and it's going to get worse unless we remove this party for now.
I do vote on, yeah, right. Well, no, I mean, it's right here, right? And including, immigrants, right?
Right.
We're all in
That
our
means
schools now.
When you have an immigrant, that means the kid has to have an interpreter with them in the class. And they have an advocate. I've been there when I've seen stuff like this. That means they're in your classroom while you're trying to teach,
Yeah.
and they're talking. And they're talking, and you got a whole class to keep their attention. It's hard. I've been in that situation, and it's just unbelievably expensive.
or you have a kid in the litter box in the back of the room
Right.
pretending it's a cat. And
Right.
you have to accommodate that? Like, come on.
I agree with Kimberly here about voting locally, but instead of just voting, I guess you need to find out more, because once you realize, like locally here, once you realize that everything that happens here comes from Albany,
Yeah.
now what are you going to do? Now, who am I voting for? What am I doing? And knowing that those two parties control everything,
Yeah.
everything. Think about it. Democrats and Republicans either one of them control the free world. Those idiots that people will say, oh, I don't want them. I wouldn't want government control of my healthcare. True. But I also wouldn't want government control of that. And they're in control of
Should be
it.
right down the line.
So that's what cracks me up. Like,
Food, she
Yeah.
wants to freeze food prices. Like, she wants to take over the cost of food. Those are heavy socialist ideas.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the most important election of our lifetime coming up.
Yeah.
The most important ever in my life.
now, when she wins, okay, let's say, what's going to happen? Nothing. No, I'm saying, what are the people like?
Oh,
There should be an and then please, I don't want to get banned, because I could get banned here for what I'm about to say.
no.
But there should be an uprising. Something should happen, because if that's how this is, no, I'm serious. If it's a fight for something like that, then what the hell's going to happen here?
It's discouraging though to hear people, like if you mention illegals. Oh, it's been that way forever. And the answer is no, it has not. It's never been anywhere near this bad.
Right.
Not even close. These people and what they've done is on purpose. It's not an accident. It's not something they made a mistake on. It's by design that they've let these people in for votes. And it's that simple. At your cost, at your peril, at your children's schools, everything.
Yeah.
It really is. This is amazingly important, guys.
Well, anything left for you, or you'd like to say before we go?
No.
No? All right. I'm good too. That was good, because the DNC's coming. We were going to talk about that. We had some stuff. Just pay attention. Hold on. Let me see what Liv says. I like to bring her stuff up here.
I'd like to say, if Alex wants to come on and have a say on their
Oh,
behalf,
lovely. Yes. Come
why
on.
don't you, Alex? You are more than welcome to come on here and
Agreed.
actually
Talk.
talk.
Did you do any?
Look at what's happening in the UK. They're just sentenced 2 people for their ex posts. One got 20 months and the other got 3 years. That country is done. I'm afraid that's right. The UK is blowing up. It's absolutely blowing up right now.
Yeah.
They're arresting people for putting things on.
That's coming to a theater near you. If you don't do something,
feel free to refute what I said. And let's leave the personal shots out, says Alex. Okay. Didn't they just catch a gang leader who killed 23
Yes.
people in his country? Yeah, I know.
23 murders. They just caught him here, not far from here. He
They would
came
have-
up to the border, yes.
They would have to, with all these people flooding in. Why not? They gotta be coming
The
here.
drug cartels are making so much money, they outgun the Mexican army now. Easy, that's an old
You
story,
know-
actually.
I would think at some point, the United States is going to have to declare war
Yes.
on Mexico or
Yeah.
whatever you want to say.
No, you're right.
Whoever, if they're in control of Mexico, then I guess it's
They're
them.
gonna have to start doing
Sad
military
Maneuvers on-
operations, just like any other.
to dismantle them. Yeah.
It has to be done. But until the people of America quit ordering their cocaine and all those drugs that fuel the cartel, the sex trafficking and everything else, there's too much consumption. We're at fault for a lot of it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We are, Americans are. The buying of cocaine fuels the sex trade also. The same people, the cartels. So
I agree. And we might have to become a little less tolerant. Sounds terrible,
I
but
said that years ago.
I don't know. Maybe too much tolerance is
Too
why
much
we are
tolerance,
where
yeah.
we are today. All right. I'm going to let everyone go now because we are over time. So, what?
What's the over under on how many drag queens come out during this convention?
I hope there's a lot.
Mm.
I hope there should be
You know what? I mean, I
multiple, there should be so
I have
many.
Nothing against that stuff at all, to keep it with adults. I'm trying to protect children as you guys are, trying to protect our kids. Let kids be kids, for God's sake.
Yeah.
When they're older, they can make up their own mind.
Bring them all out and then let everyone see what they mean. I mean, on TV, I mean, at the DNC.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd see the commercials for RuPaul. No, don't take this the wrong way. It's not that I'm against it's the, what did I say? The flooding of it all over the airways, like the normalcy of it.
Mhm.
And then next thing you know, they're sitting in your kindergarten class reading books to little kids, and kids are confused.
Yeah,
Okay,
or you have music
well-
teachers that don't want to say what they are. and stuff
Right,
like that.
it's bullshit.
Ridiculous.
You put up with bullshit, you deserve it.
Right. Says Nick's going to be a drag. Yeah, he could be.
he could.
Oh yeah, he's a big DNC guy. He'd go out there. But Brit, he could be like, like the lady who are like Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. Yep, and stop hurting the kids. Absolutely. Yeah. Don't want to see that. People are enjoying. Go ahead, Garrett.
I'm just saying, it's good to hear some gays and things coming out against it also, saying it's hurting them. People are going after them, and it's not that. But we have to protect our schools. Okay, they're already bad enough in many senses. We don't need this around kids. It's
Well, here's the
terrible.
thing though. Now we got, this is my opinion, when we have a lot of transgender stuff happening and people, there are teachers of tomorrow because we have allowed this to even become a thing. So no, what I'm saying is they will be that's what we
Did you
have.
see what
And we
David
can't stop
Cannon
them.
posted
No.
about a bill that just
Yeah.
passed in the Senate? Was it in Maine or something? I forget where, but anyways, that on birth certificates, the father on the birth certificate, it's going to be called the legal patronage equality. Like the mother isn't going to be called mother anymore. It's person who gave birth. The mother is going to be called the person who gave birth. They're no longer going to put mother and then put her name.
Get to the voting booth,
Yeah.
everyone. Vote this stuff out. If you don't like it, do something.
The toothpaste out of the tube. This is a
Yeah,
tough one
it's
to
gonna
put
be
back
it's a
in.
tough one. You're right.
Because we as a group, as a country, not us sitting here, have allowed this to just, how do you put that back?
I can't
You know?
begin to tell you how many years sitting in meetings, looking at each other, going, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can
Kimberly,
imagine.
all the way.
I used to get pissed off. I got,
Mhm.
No, yeah, I'm Kimberly. I mean, yeah,
you're
man.
not gonna fall for this
Just-
shit, are you?
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it is what it is now.
Talk
So
to
we
your
all have to
families.
deal with it.
Yeah. Talk to families, talk to friends, anyone you can. Get them to vote this November and throw this shit where it belongs, in the garbage, or else we're screwed.
And please, before we go, watch tonight so you know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll be back next week with episode 208. I'm going to get something out for Robin because we do need your help because Robin needs a kidney.
Yes.
There's the number 716-898-4931. You call them, they'll send you stuff in the mail. And it just starts there. And then they'll realize if you're eligible, you can go forward. If not, I got to get something going so we can share.
Yeah.
Right now we have nowhere to share. So I guess I'll just do some, I don't even know. Just put out a big thing like that.
Yeah.
Just say
Yeah.
share the number because that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. One last comment. Let's see. Oh, just saying hi.
John.
Oh, good. We'll end it on that. Perfect. All right, everyone. We'll see you. Yeah. Yeah.
Show the Adirondacks right now.
That's a
Oh, all
perfect-
right.
Nice. Perfect way to end it. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.